Folks, you're looking at what is the epitome of two-stroke evolution. One of the finest two-stroke 250 motors ever made. I got to do a drive-by on this so they can hear it run, Kenny. You got to let me do a drive-by. Come down to the sidewalk over here?
Yep, let me ride up two up.
If you follow motocross at all, you probably heard of Raging Ron, factory mechanic. He was the mechanic that worked for Pro Circuit and built the motors for John Dowd and a few other guys that won the championships, AMA Supercross championships back in the heyday of two-strokes in the early 2000 era. Ron swears by these Kawasaki's. Also, our lead mechanic, Chris Kelly, swears by these motors. He says that these Kawasaki motors are faster stock than a built Honda motor. I can tell you straight up, John Dowd, local pro motocrosser, national champion John Dowd, was at Southwick 2 years ago on one of these that he pulled out of his garage that had been in storage for 10 years and went out and waxed all the new 450s on a 10-year-old two-stroke. And when I say he waxed them, he beat the local pros by 30 seconds on this bike, right out of the barn. If you can't win on this race, you messed up. If you can't win on this bike, you messed up. When do you hear this thing?
Just nasty. First bike night and movie night this Friday, April 12th and 13th. Go on the New England Motorcycle Museum Facebook page for more information. I just tried to flag him in actually when he was going towards the museum, and I guess he's having a little bit of fun. Wants to do more passes.
What an absolute hoot to ride. I don't want to get off of it. Take it over there in the dirt and do a massive hole shot, but then we'll have to clean it. And this bike's pristine, so I don't want to get it dirty. What do you think?
That's the stock pipe, Dad. If you put a big dent in it, I'll have a heart attack. Bring this thing inside.
Too pristine to ride off-road. It's a museum piece. It's a 20-year-old classic that's in brand new condition. Good luck finding a nicer one. You won't, period. Freaking awesome. Folks, here we have an absolutely pristine Kawasaki 250 stroke. Probably the last survivor in existence that's 100% bone stock, engine, pipe, everything. The only modifications on this thing were the works connection lever, clutch lever and perch, and the aftermarket tires. The original tires probably got kind of hard, so she's in absolutely beautiful condition. It's original graphics, original plastics. Nothing's been touched up on this bike or repainted. The engine has probably less than 3 hours total ride time, and it runs exactly as you'd expect a brand new motorcycle too, which is extremely fast. As I was saying earlier, Ron Bushy, Raging Ron, the factory mechanic, who tuned the bikes for John Dowd and a couple other guys that won national motocross and supercross championships, to this day swears by this motor. And like I said, John blew away the 450 Pro Riders on this exact same bike. Not this one, but one just like it that Ron had tuned for him at the Southwick National track, which is a track that demands horsepower. It's a sand track with long uphills and long straightaways. The bike's extremely light. It has Kawasaki suspension. And before I forget, Kenny, I want you to do a real close-up on the bottom of the frame rails of this bike. Get in close and personal on this thing. Not a single ding on the frame rail. Absolutely pristine. The swing arm's in beautiful condition. The rims are nice and straight. Nothing wrong with this bike, folks.
Where did we get this, Bob Stone?
Oh, this is another gem. If you're wondering where all these gems are coming from, this is another one out of the John Wood collection. John's moving down south, retiring. It sold all of his pristine bikes. This was in his living room in a climate-controlled environment, non-smoking environment. And take a look at it. Original chains and sprockets. Original graphics are in perfect shape. Plastics are in mint shape. Even has original bars on it. It's got a nice set of Renthal grips and a works connection lever. It has the factory connection, not factory connection, the Kawasaki factory. Zoom in on this, Kenny. These are Kawasaki factory emblazoned frame protectors. The frame's never been painted or touched. Show them the frame rail on this side too. No, this side. Look at this. All the nuts and bolts are original OEM Kawasaki, as are the chains and sprockets. They came from the factory with the top-of-the-line Kawasaki suspension, so this bike is competitive with today's modern machinery. They don't make two-strokes anymore, except for KTM and a couple other manufacturers in Yamaha. Check out this. Check out the rear fender. It has the original. First time you power wash your bike, these fly right off. This bike's never been hammered. It's been the crown jewel of his collection, and he decided to sell them all. I have a couple bonuses that go with this bike. Let me show you. Check this out. This is the top of the line pipe you can put on this bike right here. This is the chrome pipe that FMF Gold Series. Can you zoom in on there and get a... This is the fatty, FMF Gold Series fatty. This pipe was on the bike for maybe an hour. John rode it around his yard. It's got a little bit of dust on it right there. A tiny ding in the front. But other than that, it's looks like it just came out of the box. And that was from a little pebble in his backyard, a little rock in his backyard. It also has the matching FMF shorty. And if you think it barks now, you should hear it with this on here. I've never heard it with this run on here. I only saw the bike with a stock pipe on it. But at the bike's, you know, it's a classic two-stroke. So the closer to stock, the more valuable it's going to be. But if you're going to race it and you want to run this thing, this pipe's a $300 option right here. And it also, if you're going to race it, I've got a set of the top-of-the-line Renthal twin wall bars. Take a look at these. These are the, this has the hologram Renthal crossbar pad and the heavy-duty Renthal bar mounts, along with the heavy-duty polyurethane bushing. So I'd have to price it out separately, but I bet you this is close to $200 right here too. So you've got an easily $500 worth of options that come with the bike. And it's already been upgraded to a brand new set of tires, so it's ready to rumble. That's about it. Kenny, is there anything you'd like to add about this bike?
No. If I had the money, I'd buy it. I'm looking to make a comeback with a pre-modern motocross bike, but I've got the 75 Can-Am, and those who have been following our videos know I've been liquidating some assets, getting ready to buy a house. So.
Zoom in on the seat cover here. Take a look at the seat cover. Seat cover is beautiful. The graphics on this side are in mint shape. This side right here does have a little blemish on the A. We could have easily used a little touch-up paint, made that go away, but I told the guys, do not do any touch-up paint on this bike. Do not doctor it up. This is exactly the way it came out of the J Wood collection. The only thing we did is we changed the oil, flushed out the fuel, put a brand new 32-to-1 Bellray 927 in there with the air filter was taken out, and it was perfectly clean, but we cleaned it again, got the old filter oil out of it, and re-oiled it and greased it. So it's ready to go on the track right now exactly the way it is. That's about it, folks. I could keep flapping my gums, but look at the pictures, listen to the video, listen to it run again, and the bike speaks for itself. A new two-stroke motocross bike, Husqvarna, buy a brand new one. You're going to spend 10 grand, 9-10 grand for a 250. A Yamaha, even a Yamaha is going to run you close to 8. So why mess around? Buy a classic like this is only going up in value. So we'll let the market determine the value of it. But I haven't seen one this nice since the year 2000. So good luck bidding on it. God bless America.